So have you ever woken up from a really wild dream and just thought to yourself, man, if I just knew I was dreaming right then, I could have literally flown away. Or, I could have completely changed where I was. Well, what if you actually could? What if you could step inside a dream, recognize it for exactly what it is, and literally reshape the entire world around you while you're still fast asleep?
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a skill that sits right at this incredible, fascinating edge of neuroscience, psychology, and ancient practice. Think of this as your personal explorer's guidebook. We're going to break down exactly how you can become the conscious architect of your own nightly worlds. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today: the science of lucidity, why change dream scenes, the master toolkit, overcoming dream resistance, history and future research, and finally, safety and best practices.
Section 1, the science of lucidity.
Since we're dealing with real, biologically verifiable science here, you probably already know that our most vivid dreaming happens during REM sleep. And you likely know about rematonia, right? That's the evolutionary safety mechanism, basically a biological paralysis that stops us from getting up and acting out our dreams. Usually your brain is just on autopilot here, accepting all the totally impossible things happening in the dream as completely normal.
But check out what happens when we switch over to a lucid dream. The prefrontal cortex, which is basically your brain's logic and fact-checking center, it actually reactivates. A landmark 2025 study by researchers Demirel and Dressler showed that lucid dreaming triggers this widespread communication across different brain regions. You essentially get a waking mind inside a sleeping brain. And when that happens, you are suddenly handed the steering wheel to an ongoing brain-generated simulation.
And scientists actually know the specific frequency of that steering wheel. Back in 2014, researcher Ursula Voss proved that lucidity is closely tied to a brainwave frequency of exactly 40 Hz, which sits right there in the gamma band. Remarkably, her team found that applying this specific frequency directly to the frontal brain can actively induce self-awareness in a sleeping person. It's just wild.
Section 2,
Why change dream scenes?
So why even grab that steering wheel in the first place? I mean, it's not just a cool party trick. It has massive real-world applications. Yes, for sure, it's incredible for creative exploration. But look at the science. A 2026 study led by researcher Concoli used targeted memory reactivation and found that deliberately dreaming about unsolved puzzles actually doubled the likelihood of solving them while you're awake. Plus, a major February 2026 review of 38 different studies confirmed that consciously changing dream scenes is a highly promising therapy for chronic nightmares and PTSD. You can actually consciously rewrite a nightmare in real time to remove its emotional grip over you.
Section 3, the master toolkit. All right, let's get into the actual how-to. But I need to give you a quick warning first. The sheer excitement of realizing, holy crap, I'm dreaming, is actually your biggest threat. It will wake you straight up. That's why stabilization is step 1. If you just go with the flow when you become lucid, research by Stephen LaBerge shows you only have a 33% chance of keeping that dream going. But if you vigorously rub your dream hands together to ground your senses, your success rate jumps to 90%. And if you spin your dream body in a circle, 96% success. You absolutely must anchor yourself using these physical techniques before you ever attempt to change the scene.
Okay, once you're fully stabilized, you can use something called the doorway effect. In the dream, you simply find or summon a physical door. The secret here is what researchers call the placebo principle. Your genuine, unshakable belief literally renders the environment around you. If you expect a tropical beach to be on the other side of that door and you truly believe it, you will step right onto a beach. You can even trace portals on mirrors. Your sleeping brain will happily improvise the transition logic as long as you expect it to work.
Now, if doors aren't really your style, try the floor dive. You basically deliberately sink right through the solid ground into this temporary dark void until you pop out into a brand new scene. Or you can use a totally different method pioneered by early lucid dreamer Alan Worsley. Summon a literal TV remote into your hand and just click a button to change the channel of reality around you. And hey, if all else fails, just walk right up to a dream character and ask them for directions to an entirely new dimension. It actually works. Section 4, overcoming dream resistance. Sometimes, despite your absolute best efforts, the sleeping brain just fights back. So why do scene changes fail? Well, a lot of the time it's just unconscious doubt. If you hesitate even for a split second, the scene is going to glitch. Another massive factor is emotional arousal. Teleporting to the moon is super exciting, right? but excitement breaks the very fragile lucid state. Practicing calm, non-reactive emotional control during your waking day is totally critical here. Also, just remember your natural sleep architecture. Sometimes your natural REM cycle is simply ending, and literally no technique in the world can stop that dream from fading out.
But if you really want to beat that dream resistance, you've got to master sensory anchoring. Listen, vague intentions create vague dreams. You need to absolutely flood your brain's somatosensory cortex with highly specific details. Feel the rough bark of a tree, listen for specific crashing ocean waves, look incredibly closely at the exact color of the sand. You have to overwhelm your brain with sensory data to lock the new scene permanently into place.
Section 5. History and Future Research.
You know, this practice goes all the way back to 8th century Tibetan dream yoga, and it was even mentioned by Aristotle. But the modern scientific breakthrough happened so elegantly on April 12, 1975. Researcher Keith Hearn and volunteer Alan Worsley realized that while the entire body is completely paralyzed during REM, the eyes are not. Worsley became lucid in the lab and sent a deliberate left-right eye signal that Hearn actually captured on an electro-oculograph. They literally sent a conscious message from inside a dream. Stephen LaBerge independently verified this in 1978. And today, in 2026, we have open-source software like Dreamento and an entire growing field of dream engineering, pushing these boundaries further than ever before.
Section 6. Safety and Best Practices. While lucid dreaming is a completely natural extension of sleep, there are biological realities we really must respect. Take the dementia drug galantamine, for example. A rigorous 2018 study by LaBerge showed it nearly triples your lucid dreaming success rates by increasing the brain chemical acetylcholine. However, it is absolutely vital to know that this comes with serious medical contraindications. It can cause heart and respiratory issues, significantly elevated rates of sleep paralysis, and daytime fatigue. It should literally never be used nightly and always requires a consultation with a doctor.
And as a practitioner, you're probably already familiar with sleep paralysis, that totally harmless physiological quirk where the mind wakes up, but REM atonia is still fully active. If you get those weird, scary intruder hallucinations, don't panic. Demystify it. Just understand what your body is doing, stay totally calm, and use it as a direct launch pad to imagine your dream body stepping out of your physical one and right into a new lucid environment.
Your guide for tonight. Okay, let's bring all this amazing science together into a quick masterclass you could literally use the moment your head hits the pillow tonight. Step 1, calm recognition. When you realize you're dreaming, take a mental breath. Do not get excited. Step 2, hand rubbing stabilization. Look directly at your hands and rub them together vigorously to ground yourself. Step 3, choose your transition. Spin or find a door, but whatever you do, visualize the specific destination with rich sensory detail. And finally, step 4, sensory anchoring. The exact second you arrive in that new scene, reach out and touch something physical to lock it all in.
When Keith Hearn saw those very first deliberate eye movements pop up on his lab monitor in 1975, he beautifully described it as receiving signals from another world. But the crazy thing is, that world isn't out there in deep space. It is right there inside your own mind. You possess the incredible biological machinery to step into a simulation and bend it entirely to your will. So the next time you suddenly realize you're dreaming, I want you to ask yourself, what kind of world are you going to build tonight?